Hey, if you're new here, then welcome to my channel, Flashback Videos. I really hope you like what I'm going to show you today, and of course, if you're a regular here, then a big thank you for coming back. You'll have no idea how much it means to me. Unlike some other then and now channels, I'm not into clickbait style thumbnails and stuff. I try to make sure whatever I put in my videos is true. I don't always get it right, but I do try. If I do get anything wrong, feel free to let me know. I'm not too proud to be corrected, and there's plenty of people out there that know lots more than I do. So today's flashback movie is a Bob Dylan biopic from 2007, I'm Not There, inspired by the life and music of the legendary American singer-songwriter. We're going to be looking a little at the background of the movie, what it's about and who the stars were. Of course, I'm not going to include everyone that was in the movie. I mean, that would take like forever. As usual, if you like what you see, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, then you could even subscribe to the channel if you want. I mean, it doesn't cost anything, and you would get to see more of my videos when I release them, and it would really help inspire me to keep on making them. Now, those of you that have been here before already know this, but I don't just make videos about the most popular movies. Some of them are, how can I say, a little more niche. Anyway, the idea is not just to show what the actors looked like back then and how much they've changed. I also try and give my opinion. Not that I'm any great authority, but hey. What I also do is give you some info on the actors, such as their background, and what other movies and TV shows they've been in. You never know. Maybe it will get you to watch a movie that you never thought of before. Or not. Okay, so with all that being said, let's do this. I'm Not There was released in November 2007 by Killer Films, with a running time of 2.25 hours. Cate Blanchett received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Jude Quinn. The movie was written by Todd Haynes and Oren Moverman. It was also directed by Todd Haynes. I'm Not There was filmed in Quebec, Canada, with a budget of $20 million, but it made less than $12 million worldwide. Several actors portray legendary singer-songwriter Bob Dylan at different stages in his personal life and career. In 1959, a guitar-strumming youth rides the rails, calling himself Guthrie. Then a man named Jack emerges in New York's Greenwich Village, followed by Robbie, Jude, and other personalities. Now, while I'm not the biggest fan of Bob Dylan, a lot of his songs are great, and he has an immediately distinctive voice. He's a musician who is appreciated highly, and it's easy to recognise his importance. I'm Not There, regardless of having a talented big name cast, generally didn't do much for me. It's interesting, sure, with a unique and quite a bold concept, but it doesn't come off completely successfully. The concept does intrigue, but the time shifts do feel muddled and confusing. I'm Not There is overlong, and the pacing rambles, making the film drag. I think Bob Dylan deserved better than this.
Live a certain way. Of course, the more you live a certain way, the less it feels like freedom. Me? I can change during the course of a day. I wake and I'm one person, and when I go to sleep, I know for certain I'm somebody else.
Now, I'm not really sure who is the biggest star in this movie, but with a lady's first attitude, we see Cate Blanchett as Jude Quinn, who is closely relatable to Dylan's mid-60s adventures, particularly from 1965 to 66, when he controversially played electric guitar at the Newport Folk Festival and toured the UK with the band. After hitting the spotlight with her performance as Elizabeth I in 1998's drama movie Elizabeth, Cate is most famous for portraying Galadriel in the Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit movies. She won her first Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator in 2004, and then she won the coveted Best Actress Oscar for the movie Bale. Cate has been married to playwright and screenwriter Andrew Upton since 1997, after they met in Australia in the mid-90s. They have 3 sons and a daughter who they adopted in 2015. After 10 years of living in Brighton, England, Cate returned to Hunters Hill in Sydney and her native Australia in 2006. However, in 2016, she and her husband bought another house in England, this time in East Sussex. Born in Wales in the United Kingdom in 1974, Christian Charles Philip Bale plays Jack Rollins and Pastor John. Rollins depicts Dylan during his acoustic protest phase, and Pastor John embodies Dylan's born-again period when he recorded Slow Train Coming and Saved. Bale has won numerous awards, including an Oscar and 2 Golden Globes, but his breakthrough movies came at age 13 in Steven Spielberg's 1987 war film Empire of the Sun. In 2005, Bale began playing superhero Batman in Batman Begins and its 2 sequels, winning acclaim for his performance in the trilogy, which is one of the highest grossing film franchises ever. US citizen Bale has lived in Los Angeles since the 90s and married former model Sandra Blazek in Las Vegas in 2000. They have 2 children together. Next to play a version of Bob is the late Australian actor Heath Andrew Ledger. He portrayed the performer in the name of Robbie Clark, who reflected Dylan's personal life around the time of 1975's Blood on the Tracks. Ledger moved to the United States in 1998 to develop his movie career further and starred in the likes of The Patriot, A Knight's Tale, Monsters Ball, and of course Brokeback Mountain. He also starred in The Dark Knight and The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, but these were released after his death. In 2004, Ledger began a relationship with actress Michelle Williams, who also stars in this movie, and they had a daughter together, but the relationship ended in 2007. Ledger was widely reported to have struggled with substance abuse, and in 2008 he died as a result of an accidental overdose of medications. Born in Pennsylvania in 1949, Richard Tiffany Gere played the role of Billy the Kid, making reference to Dylan playing the role of Elias in Sam Peckinpah's 1973 western Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Gere began his acting career in the 1970s, but came to prominence with his role in the 1980 movie American Gigolo, which established him as a leading man and a sex symbol. Since then he has starred in many movies, perhaps the most famous of which include An Officer and a Gentleman, The Cotton Club, Pretty Woman, of course, and Runaway Bride. Gere has had on-off relationships with any number of glamorous women over his career, as well as alleged affairs with Priscilla Presley and Kim Basinger. He was married to model Cindy Crawford from 1991 to 1995, and then in 2002 he married model and actress Carey Lowell, with whom he has a son. However, after highly contested proceedings, they were divorced in 2016. In 2018, Gere married Spanish activist Alejandra Silva, and they now have 2 children together. Actor and composer Marcus Carl Franklin was born in New York in 1993 and portrays the incarnation of Bob Dylan, who calls himself Woody Guthrie, referring to Dylan's youthful obsession with the folk singer of the same name. Franklin is seen as a young hobo, hitching rides on freight trains while clutching a guitar case bearing the inscription, "This machine kills fascists," and also performs a rendition of Dylan's song When the Ship Comes In. Franklin has also appeared in the movies But Not For Me and The Art of Getting By. Born in England in 1980, Benjamin John Wishaw portrayed Arthur Rimbaud, who is depicted as a man being questioned and responding with quotes from Dylan's interviews and writings. Having begun his career around the beginning of the century, perhaps Wishaw's best known role is that of Q in the James Bond movie Skyfall, a role which he reprised in the next in the series, Spectre, as well as No Time to Die in 2021. Wishaw has also voiced Paddington Bear in the original Paddington movie and its sequel Paddington 2, continuing to do so in the follow-up television series. In 2012, Wishaw entered into a civil partnership with Australian composer Mark Bradshaw. A couple of years later, he publicly discussed his coming out, saying that it was a tense experience for him, but that everyone was surprisingly lovely. I think that pretty much covers all the actors that portrayed Dylan in the movie. But just like all good movies, there's a whole host of other actors that play equally important roles, and we're going to look at those now. Julianne Moore was born Julie Ann Smith in North Carolina in 1960 and plays the role of Alice Fabian, a singer who closely resembles Joan Baez. Prolific in movies since the early 90s, Julianne is particularly well known for her portrayals of emotionally troubled women in independent films, as well as her roles in numerous blockbusters. She made her name with Robert Altman's Shortcuts, but starring roles in the blockbusters 9 Months and The Lost World: Jurassic Park established her as a Hollywood leading woman. She was first married to actor, producer and stage director John Gold Rubin in 1986, but they divorced in 1995. Julianne currently lives in New York City with her second husband, director Bart Freundlich, whom she married in 2003, and they have 2 children together. As I'm sure you'll remember I mentioned before, Michelle Ingrid Williams, who was born in Montana in 1980, also stars in this movie, and plays the part of Coco Rivington, a character who appears to be modelled on socialite and actress Edie Sedgwick. Primarily known for her work in small-scale independent films with dark or tragic themes, Michelle has won 2 Golden Globe Awards and been nominated for an Oscar on 4 occasions. She made her movie debut in the family film Lassie in 1994 and followed that with a leading role in the teen drama television series Dawson's Creek from 1998 to 2003, before her big movie breakthrough in Brokeback Mountain. Michelle has a daughter from her relationship with actor Heath Ledger and was briefly married to musician Phil Elverum. She has another child with her second husband, theatre director Thomas Kail. Anglo-French actress and singer Charlotte Gainsbourg was born in London in 1971 and played the role of Robbie's wife, Claire Clark. Because of her parents, Charlotte pretty much grew up on movie sets, but as a child was primarily working in the music business, making her musical debut with her father on the song Lemon Incest at the age of 12, and releasing an album with her father at the age of 15. Living in Paris, Charlotte's longtime partner is French-Israeli actor and director Ivan Atl, whom she met in 1991, and they have 3 children together. Stand-up comedian David Cross, of Arrested Development fame, was born in Georgia in 1964 and portrayed the poet and writer Erwin Allen Ginsberg, who helped form the core of the Beat Generation. Cross won a Primetime Emmy Award for his work on The Ben Stiller Show, created, wrote, executive produced and starred in the increasingly poor decisions of Todd Margaret, as well as developing and having a prominent role in Freak Show. Cross married Amber Tamblyn in 2012 and the couple have a daughter together. Born and raised in Nebraska in 1974, Yolanda Ross played the part of Angela in the movie. Yolanda began her acting career in New York, appearing in the episodes of television series New York Undercover and Third Watch, before landing the leading role in the independent drama film Stranger Inside in 2001. Possibly her most well-known part is her recurring role opposite Viola Davis in the ABC legal thriller How to Get Away with Murder. She also played Robin Crawford, the friend, assistant and reported girlfriend of Whitney Houston in the Lifetime movie Whitney, directed by Angela Bassett. As I said at the beginning, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I really hope you enjoyed it and maybe got something out of it, even if you don't decide to watch the movie. Once again, please don't forget to smash that like button, or even subscribe to the channel if you want to. I know I'm not a big YouTube channel with millions of subscribers, but I appreciate each and every one of you that take the time out of your busy day to watch my content. And as long as you do, I'll keep on making videos for you. Know that my thanks go to each and every one of you, and if you ever want me to do a video of a particular movie you love, just let me know in the comments. I read every one of them personally, and always try to answer them.